nice wheelie over that hole up the tabletop, and then into the waves down the far end of the circuit. That's the bit where nobody can see you. That's where you have a rest, trust me. Jeff
deepest
used to do it a lot, apparently.
It's really deep round there, though. So anyone that can't see but hasn't rode, it's a lot.
Joking aside, no place to rest around this Hawkstone Park circuit. And
really
this sandpit, we were saying earlier on in one of the comments to the other races, the exit to the sandpit is as deep and cupped out as I've ever seen it. Normally, it is nowhere near that bad. It's steeper to get out normally, but now it's shallowed out, it's cupped out. And to get out of that sandpit is a lot harder than I've seen it here for certainly the last few races that I've attended. And historically, it's always been a steeper exit, but been easier to get out of. Not anywhere near as bumpy as it is. So have we got last lap board yet? It's gone out. Hey, come on, that's something that we paid to see, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, no, of course not. So this one winding down then on the last lap. So Alex Christopher has he's fought back. We've not seen much of that today. Guys have fought their way through to the lead and then fell over, but Christopher has lost the lead and managed to get it back. I think Paxton's done enough for the overall. Harry Fletcher will be there or thereabouts on the podium. Pumfret has got up to 4th, so he has he's definitely gone well, and we will need to watch the finish line as they come through at the end, because we've seen Pumfret make up passes on the last lap. Long look over the shoulder there from our race leader. Nobody behind him. Alex Christopher got the luxury of probably 4 or 5 seconds at least now over the number 4. And
it's just if Fletcher's
Fletcher closing
have enough,
in. And there's Pumfret, so Pumfret could be second here.
Well, they're making it exciting for us, aren't they?
The worst thing about races, especially with live stream stuff, is when the guy at the front runs away and hides. When you're doing the on-circuit stuff, you can talk about what you like. Yeah. That's really good. But our camera crew have got to follow the races. Obviously, we've got Charlie there, who's keeping everybody abreast up from the timing of where all the action is on track. But
he has taken away a little bit on them his last couple of laps, hasn't he? He's pulled
he
right
was strong
away
at the end of the last one, and I don't think he had the ultimate speed at the beginning. Another look over the shoulder, he'll know he's got this one covered off.
But these kind of tracks that works at. If you can make it last, if you can go faster at the end of the race than you can at the start, this is where other people seem to fade off, and he's pulled away, so it's working for him.
So it looks like Pomfret's dropped off a little bit. I think his challenge has gone, so he's blown himself out of this one. But I still think there's a chance of a battle between Fletcher and Paxton, and that might make a difference to the overall. Here we are then. Leader drops into the sandpit. Here's the battle for second and third, and it's tight.
He can't lose it the same place as last time. Come on.
Oh, he wasn't fast down here last time. Oh, he's got a kick. And there he goes again.
Oh.
Fletcher makes the pass. Now, I've got a
feeling he might get him back.
That might cost him the overall, you know. We'll get all the points and everything updated. Our live stream, our live timing, not able to keep up with that. We're not getting it as we should, but that's a good second for Fletcher. Wow. So that's his best result of the day. Oh, well, that was a bit of a heartbreaker for him at the end to lose out on the last lap. But in fairness then to Harry Fletcher on that number 17 Honda, he's pushed hard and he deserves that. Pumfret will come across the line 4th then. Victory for Christopher. 2nd place, 17 of Harry Fletcher. And then Paxton and Pumfret. West will come across the line next. We will go to a short break and then we will join Jeff in the winner's circle.
Hey guys, this is Chase Sexton and this is my Signature Series Air Brake MX goggles. So the first thing for me, I wanted to use North Carolina blue, probably my favorite color, and then having the red in there with the Honda, I just wanted to tie it all together. Put little pieces of my number and stuff like that. Overall, really stoked with how it came out. Guys at Oakley crushed it. Well, I was super picky in the past with how stuff fits my face. When I put the Oakley on, it was automatically super comfortable. You can't go wrong with the air brake. With Oakley, they make the best sunglasses, and that's something that I feel like they really did a good job, is incorporating that into the MX goggle. It's easier for me to pick out stuff, little edges on the track and stuff like that. Super stoked on it, excited for more in the future.
Down here in the winner's circle, like buses, all of a sudden they You wait for ages, then a load of them rock up at the same time. Another race win, Alex Christopher. You've got to be happy. I mean, like I said, you went away from the sport a bit, came back. Here you are. It's been a good day.
Yeah, brilliant day. Had hopes for a top 6. So to take the, well, I believe I took the overall. So that's, yeah, over the moon with that. Yeah.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I think you have. I'm not gonna call it officially though.
Don't get my hopes up.
No, exactly. I don't want to come crashing down in case you didn't. But no, it's great to see you up there. You know, like the progression of sport, we saw that you came from Clubman up to amateur. It just goes to show that it's not as straightforward as people think. You know, like I say, you took some time out, which is why you've come back to the Clubman. But I'm guessing, you know, the end game is, if you don't take time out again, is to go and work your way back up to the amateurs going forward.
Yeah, that's obviously the plan for most of us. But I mean, I'm getting a bit older now. Yeah. I'm not sure how much I can keep pushing forwards and about working 5 days a week, long hours, straight from work to the track. It takes its toll. But I love it. That's what.
Well, that's the thing that we've said time and time again, how the Clubman cars, you guys literally are the backbone of the sport. And just try to explain for those that are new to it or maybe watching for the first time how hard it is to balance the commitment to be a higher level motocross rider and work and everything else.
Oh, it's, unless you're super talented, it's pretty much impossible if you've got a full-time job to get to levels of the pro lads or even the guys winning the amateurs, because so you've got to be talented and you need to be riding at least two to three times a week, really. I'm doing 1 day a week, and it's...
Ask me this and answer as honestly as you can. Do you ever ride around on a weekend with work on your mind?
No. When you're back, that's it. You move on from it. And,
yeah, good stuff.
If you did, you'd be putting yourself in danger, wouldn't you? You need to be focused in this game. So.
Good stuff. Well, look, it's been a good weekend for you. Well done. Good to see you back here in the winner's circle. Anybody you want to thank quickly?
Just same again, SDG, my mum, my dad, my girlfriend comes to every single round. This is the first one she's missed in 6 years. She's at a wedding, so she couldn't make it.
Hold on, you might have to ask her to stay at home in future if you ride like that on a weekend.
Don't say that to her, God.
Okay.
Yeah, loads of people. Yeah,
good stuff. Well, go and have a nice cool shower, do what you got to do, have a beer, maybe, I don't know, but there you go. He's the race winner. We're going to go back to it now with the amateur class. Well done, Alex.
So back then with our Fly Amateur MX1, Bell Amateur MX2 race, Amateur MX2 and 250, race 3, Motul Fastest 40, powered by Michelin and Dirt Store. Riders on the line then, and there's the 919 looking all spick and span as we wait for the gates to drop. They had another great start from the inside. Not quite didn't see who that was.
Looks like Rafe Broadley getting into the lead on that two-stroke Fantic 250 ahead of, is that Billy, I think? Not Billy, Scott Aldridge. Was that Aldridge? Yeah, it was.
Yes, yeah.
And then Greedy, there we go.
Yeah, Billy Aldridge is a Suzuki rider.
I know that. I did
off of the 70s.
I did that very same error when he at Preston at Docks. I just like showing my age there, Phil.
Yeah, so Broadley then making up for what was a bit of a disaster in race 2. Went down on the opening lap. We got yellow flags on the track there, but can't see anybody who's down yet. So Broadley had to fight through, and I think he ended up 11th or 12th. I don't have a result sheet here in front of me, unfortunately. So. But yeah, definitely not
nice showing it. Oh, just will tap the top of that. That was good job he got over that, because if he'd clipped the top of that with his front wheel that high, that wouldn't have ended well.
300 of Charlie Hamlet there, almost getting cleared up.
Oh, and nearly getting run over after good evasive action from the riders behind. That was a classic case of two lines coming together there. Look at Reese going around the outside, trying to get to the front as soon as he can. He's trying to make a move on Joel Fisher. There's Mira in the mix, who's always good in this type of terrain.
He had a cracking race in the last one, didn't he, Jeff?
Yeah, Reese Jones nearly losing the front end, getting out there in the loose stuff That will work in a couple of laps if he keeps doing it. Because
who was that clipped the back of Charlie Hamlet, though?
I couldn't quite see.
I could see it happening because he lost it on the jump. Hamlet did nothing wrong there. He just came out over the jump and took his line. And it looked like the rider, he just got a little bit squirrely on the back end. And
yeah, just a classic case, racing incident, no more than that. Just two lines coming together. Like you said, Charlie had, we don't ride with rear view mirrors or wing mirrors.
No, Hamlet was completely innocent party in there, and he was really, really lucky not to go down. Good to see him getting a good start. So Aries broadly then over the tabletop and down into what was the dark end of the track, and probably still is.
Well, Rafe will want to try and at least come out of here with at least one race win. Obviously, that second moto damaged his chances of an overall a lot because he finished second in the opening moto. So it'll be a good way if he can finish off, but you've got to keep an eye on Rhys Jones here, keep an eye on that rider to charge through the pack. Again, we have effectively 3 championship races in one here because the way we've collaborated these 2 championships together for the weekend. So Rhys is competing in the Dirt Store MXGB MXY2 championship that we've put within this race. Rafe is riding in the amateur MX2 category, brought to you by Bell, and then we've got the Fly Amateur MX1 class in it as well. So Nick upstairs has got his work cut out when it comes to,
and like I say, with the issues that we're having outside of our control with the live timing at the minute, he's not able to give us the stuff that would normally wing its way down here automatically. So we're doing the best that we can, and so is he.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have that addressed tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow there's actually less racing to a degree. We've only got 4 blocks of racing tomorrow as such. So should be a bit more, a little bit more time in between motos as well. And maybe, we can get out and get some, not guaranteeing that, but hopefully we can get out and about in the paddock tomorrow and get you some lowdown from what's going on out there.
So our race leader then already back round to complete another lap. Rafe broadly on that 250 Fantic then. They do sound great, those bikes, don't they? Aldridge there, it's 3 seconds adrift in second. Fastest lap of the race then from Broadley as he makes his way up the hill.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage. Clear track will help with that, no doubt. Those first couple of laps, if you've got nobody in front of you. Well, Rhys Jones has gone purple there in third, you see. So there you go. He is on the charge. So he's now set the quickest lap of the race as he rockets himself up to third.
Rest of the field streaming through then. I can't see who it was that took the tumble. Obviously you weren't on the last race then, Jeff. So the guy that took the tumble in the MX2 race in the sandpit, he actually came back and finished 8th in that one.
Oh, good
Sam Menzies. So
Menzies did.
Yeah, so he rebounded.
Stuff.
So that was great to see. So a good result from him after being on the floor, and a nice recovery for him. So for those of you watching the stream, tomorrow is the main race day, but British Championship.
Yeah, regards of the pros, we like to think, but we do. We treat everybody with the same mutual amount of respect here at the Fastest 40 in the MXGB. So, yeah, but inevitably the pro riders, the ones that earn the dollar and it's their living, they are swinging out onto this track tomorrow in MX1 and MX2, and I'm really looking forward to both of those classes, as well as the 125 class, which is always epic, and of course the big wheel 85s will certainly get a march on round here as well.
They will be cracking. Did you see Broadley then?
Yes, I did.
On the tabletop coming out there, he wheeled it into the face and properly popped it. I was an excellent piece of bike skills.
He's also doing really good stuff on this corner there where you see Rhys is doing the same. So just how they're triggering and just like the clutch and just preloading the suspension. Mira doing the same there as well. They're just jumping over those holes. A lot of them are doing it now. Rafe did that particularly well that lap around. So
do you think then that Jones will have anything for Broadley in the run down to the middle part of this race?
Yeah, I think he will. Both fit young men. I would say Rhys is probably in a position where he does more riding, training than Rafe. But Rafe obviously has had a good youth career, made a bit of a name for himself as an arena cross rider, won an arena cross 65 and super mini title. Came close to winning the Pro-Am Championship this year, racing Josh Greedy there, and Sean Talbot. So that was close. So he's got pedigree, he knows how to win races, that's for sure. Right now, Reese is just sort of sat there. He's seemingly not making any movement on Scott this time around. So, but you'd never rule Reese out because he's strong and can go the distance. So, yeah, I'd go on a limb and say, I'm going for it. I'm going to commit. I'm going to say that Rafe is just about going to win this one.
So Charlie Hamlet's dropped a couple of places on that, gone from 5th to 7th, but he was having a good ride, and obviously he was lucky not to go down in that first lap instance on the exit of the sandpit. So Charlie Hamlet then, he's down to 7th, and we'll see who the 2 riders were when timing comes back up on the screen. But broadly then, that's a decent lead over Aldridge. Yeah, track's opened up a bit there, Phil. You see how like now the line to basically come out of this corner and just keep arcing left to the left more, miss those big holes and then get a sweep. Not the quickest and shortest line. Sorry, not the shortest line, but obviously energy saving, not hitting those big holes. Yeah. I did feel really bad when Anya said about how bad the track. Oh, that must sound awful. I will apologise to her later. But it is a fact that just with how dry it's been, you see watching wheelie there, look, and bounce. That was absolutely. That's what you would want to teach every kid to do. Yeah, and a lot would stem of that from Rafe's arena cross skills. Let's see if he does this corner the same as he did last time. If we stick to him, picking the wheel up over those bumps there. Look, just see how he just picked the wheel up first. Yeah, our cameraman got that absolutely bang on for us. He had his front wheel hovering, then the rear suspension just preloaded lovely and lifted him around the corner. Great stuff. So I don't think that Jones is going to have enough in him to be able to close this one down. He's still going to find his way past Aldridge, who's good value for money in second. And but like I said, Rafe riding nice. He's riding off the back of it. He's letting the bike do a lot of the work here as well. So yeah, listen, Reese is a strong young man, but listen, he's going to win. He's going to win his class. Clearly, there's no problem about that, and extend his championship lead with all that. But speaking to him in the winner's circle, he's like, look, I want to win all the races. And he actually liked the fact, because this is not his normal environment. No. It would just be MXY2. Yeah. So he suddenly got racing with 450s and amateur riders. So he quite enjoyed the challenge, and he wants to try and win all 3. But he's got a lot to do in this one if he's going to make that happen. So he's been, like I say, he's been solid all day, but he does not need to push the envelope. He's coming on now, though. Look at that. He is definitely lit it up that last lap, because all of a sudden that gap to Aldridge has come right down. So this is where he's turning the screw, and yeah, well look, he set the quickest lap of the race that last time around with a 2:22.21, so nearly a whole second quicker than Rafe, 2 seconds quicker than Scott. So that's why he's suddenly all over the back of Scott Aldridge in second. He was nice out of there as well, took that line and jumped over the holes on the exit of the corner. Meanwhile, and obviously, let's give props to Aldridge here. He's on a 450. They're hard work around here at the best of times, and with this dry, skitty kind of conditions, the advantage of the 450 powering its way out of the holes when it's wet and deep, not so much now with it being dry and not deep. Easy to get away from you. Yeah, absolutely. There's Greedy. He's I wouldn't say if he oh look at no nonsense. Reese charging up tight. Now, I'll tell you what, they're both big old units, those two. You know, I want to get in the middle of those two if they had a proper tear up. So Reese just running it in there and showing the elder rider in Scott, like, look, I'm here to win this thing, mate. Get out of my way. I've got to get to the front. So maybe this is still on the cards. Oh, I've put my neck on the line and said Rafe's going to win it. So let's see if I've got that right. Probably not. For Reese's sake, I normally get a lot of things wrong. So maybe maybe I've done him a service there. But it's been a good day's racing in this class, I think, for the apart from the first lap crash of Aldridge in that first one. Well, that's really ruined his overall. Yeah. We'll have to see how that bears out for the championship. So Rafe just decided to jump back in. He just clipped the top there, and that was he didn't mean to go that wide through the sandpit, but because he clipped the top, he bounced off the top. Little bit of a rodeo ride that would have got his heart rate up a little bit. It's not exactly how he intended to do it. It's always quite nerving when you're flying through the air and you just know you're coming up short. There's not a lot that you can do about it at any point. You just prepare for impacts, and it is what it is. Yeah. So Reese, as I said, let's see what the gap's down. It should be from the top of the hill to the bottom. Yeah, pretty much that. That's going to be a good gauge for us. Just I know we got the timing as well, but next lap around, if we stick on the shot going up the hill, we'll be able to see if he's actually closed in on him. Yeah, Aldridge dropped a bunch of time on that lap. He dropped 6 seconds to Jones, so I think he's just gone, yeah, we've got this covered. Greedy there in 4th then. He's almost 30 seconds back on our race leader.
Yeah.
And he's coming under pressure as well.
See, well, what we've got here, as I said, I know it's very confusing, but it's just where we've put all the 2 championships together on this one. So effectively, what you've got with the top 3 is you've got 3 individual class leaders, okay?